Hey everyone and welcome. Now, as you're probably aware, we're being led by buffoons. We were led by buffoons before, and we're probably going to be led by buffoons in the future.
And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
You've also seen that the left have gone completely insane. You've got the pallywankers and the hate marches on a weekly basis around the country, not being stopped anywhere, to be allowed. I've got a video on that coming up. And you've also got the eco-terrorists. They just stop oil fraggles. The everyone needs to change so that I don't have to eco-mob. And they've pushed and pushed and pushed until news of this has come out. Plans by the government to dim the sun. Sparks conspiracy in the government and is changing the weather. Well, it's not a conspiracy if they're actually investing in it, is it? Now, they've set aside $56.8 million for projects aiming, instead of combating climate warming, they're actually going to create climate cooling. Now, let's remember, everyone, how did the dinosaurs die? Oh yeah, the sun was blocked out for a period of time, wasn't it? Now, obviously, this is ridiculous, isn't it? Because let's be honest, the UK is the 5th lowest when it comes to the amount of sunshine hours in the world. That's direct sunshine that hits the ground. Yet the UK government are slamming up solar panel wind farms across the nation that look absolutely abhorrent and don't do the job. On farmland, prime farmland I might add, around the country, they're actually now trying to dim the sun. Where's the logic in this, everyone? They want wind farms and they want solar panels, but they also want to be able to dim the sun. Now, I wouldn't trust these fraggles to organise a piss-up in a brewery, so I'm damn sure not going to trust them with geoengineering, especially in a nation that doesn't get enough sun as it is. So I actually think this goes a little bit deeper. Now, we already know that Keir Starmer is I like Davos more than Westminster sort of person, so I thought I'd have a look through and what other stuff was involved with, how shall I put this? Geoengineering. Now, it has been going on for quite some time. Here's an article, Why UK Scientists Are Trying to Dim the Sun, and here's one from 23 years ago from The Guardian. RAF rainmakers caused 1952 flood. So it isn't a conspiracy theory, it's just a denied theory, isn't it? And where does it stop? Well, you've got influencers now trying to justify dimming the sun with the most ridiculous things. Let's have a listen.
Block out the sun. And it turns out that blocking out sunlight is actually a good thing for the planet. And the great news is, this is now happening in the UK. The private company Aria are going to spend £50 million in just the...
Always in the eyes, isn't it, everyone? Always in the eyes. Look, take a deep look in that. I'll call him a gentleman, because I'm polite. A deep look in his eyes. Nothing but insanity in there. Nothing but insanity. It just screams, avoid me like the plague.
the next few weeks and start blocking out sunlight immediately. Apart from helping to save the planet, blocking out sunlight could also help the UK to deal with its increasingly hot summers. Unfortunately, conspiracy theorists like Joe Rogan have been spreading misinformation about cloud seeding for many years, leading many people to be anxious and worried about using chemicals to block out sunlight or seeding clouds or chemicals in the sky in order to do good things for Mother Earth. But the truth is, we only have about 2 years left to try and save the planet from the 1.5 degree threshold that would mean the end of human life on this planet, and possibly the end of all life as we know it.
Is anyone else sick of hearing this codswallop? Anyone? And it is codswallop. We'll find out later in the video.
So instead of being frightened of climate manipulation technology, we should be welcoming it. Because what we should really be scared of is climate change. Great minds like we need to block out...
No, I disagree. I think we should be really scared of eco-terrorists like this man. Don't you? Well, it goes even deeper. So let's have a look at the Davos side of things. Was Jane Goodall at the World Economic Forum saying that she thinks the world would be a better place if the population were reduced by 90%.
We cannot hide away from human population growth because, it underlies so many of the other problems. All these things we talk about wouldn't be a problem if there was the size of population that there was 500 years ago. We cannot hide away.
Now, she received applause for that. Applause. Absolutely disgusting, isn't it? So I thought we'd have a look at the actual climate hoax itself. Climate change, NASA have said, might be a lie. Yes, you heard that right. NASA sensors show Earth has 20% more plants on Earth than 30 years ago. This was Jordan Peterson on Joe Rogan. This is why that last Fraggle mentioned Joe Rogan. Are you ready for this?
On the climate side, when I look at the data, The thing that leaps out for me is greening. It's like the planet is 20% greener than it was 30 years ago. Okay, 20%. This is NASA data. I'm not inventing this.
Right.
Okay, and then the next, you think, oh, 20%.
So you heard that. This is NASA data. So I thought I'd go and have a look. And it's true. It is NASA data. NASA confirms that our planet is actually greener today than it was 20 years ago. In good news for our planet, NASA has confirmed that Earth is greener than it was 20 years ago. Over the past 2 decades, NASA has been closely monitoring the Earth's foliage using 2 satellites and found that China and India are the 2 countries to thank for the boost in greenery. So there you go, folks. Davos want a massive population change. We know that Keir Starmer is a Davos puppet. 90% of the population, as you got an applause for that, don't forget. And you've got influencers around the world trying to justify blocking out the sun in a country that is the 5th lowest when it comes to direct sunlight in the world. Make it make sense, everyone, isn't it? Make it make sense. But when you add in Jane Goodall's "we need to reduce the population," it sort of makes you worried, doesn't it? And if you're not worried by now, you've not been paying attention. Let me know what you think. I'd like to know your opinion. Stay sane, everyone. I'll see you on the next one.